While our neighbors across the pond celebrate a turning point in their fight against the coronavirus pandemic, here in the U.S., the nation recorded its deadliest week of the pandemic since April. More than 15,000 people died as a result of the virus last week, pushing the total number of COVID-related deaths past 283,000. The country is also quickly learning 15 million confirmed, or rather nearing 15 million confirmed infections. That's all according to Johns Hopkins University. And this comes as the nation's top infectious diseases expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, warns that the country hasn't seen the full impact Thanksgiving gatherings will likely have on rising COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations. He spoke with CBS Evening News anchor and managing editor Norah O'Donnell yesterday about what he expects to see in the months ahead.
Well, we're going to be in for some significant, I would say, pain and suffering, Nora, in the next couple of months. So we have tough times ahead of us, Nora, but we need to address them by doubling down on the public health measures, wearing masks, avoiding crowds and congregate settings, keeping physical distance. If we can do that together, pulling together, as we get the vaccine rolled out, we should be okay. But it's not going to happen spontaneously. We're going to have to make the effort to do that.
Meanwhile, President Trump is expected to sign an executive order today that would prioritize vaccine shipments to Americans before assisting other countries. The order comes a day after the New York Times reported that the Trump administration passed on Pfizer's offer to secure more doses of the vaccine for the U.S. So Debra Alfarone joins us now from Capitol Hill. Debra, when may the U.S. expect to start rolling out its first doses of the COVID-19 vaccine?
Well, Anne-Marie, it all depends on what happens on Thursday. That's when a panel of FDA experts are going to be meeting and reviewing Pfizer's vaccine. Now, if they do vote to authorize emergency use on Thursday, we could see this vaccine rolling out Friday.
They're calling it V-Day in the United Kingdom.
It's the beginning of the end of this pandemic.
Today, the country kicks off a mass coronavirus immunization program.
Top of that priority list includes people in care homes as well as the over 80s.
87-year-old Dr. Harry Shukla is one of the first to get the vaccine.
A big relief, because I think it's not an ordinary crisis.
Here in the U.S., the Food and Drug Administration may authorize the Pfizer vaccine this week. Today, President Trump hosts a White House summit to promote the rapid development of COVID-19 vaccines.
And it's very transparent because the data upon which they base that decision will ultimately become totally public.
A report from the New York Times says the Trump administration passed up the opportunity to buy more doses of the Pfizer vaccine beyond an initial 100 million. The decision could delay the delivery of a second batch until June. But the administration says the report is false and points to 5 other candidates, including Moderna's, which the FDA could authorize later this month.
Operation Warp Speed seems poised to deliver vaccines on an historic, almost miraculous timetable.
On Capitol Hill, lawmakers continue negotiating a coronavirus relief package.
It's going to take a sense of urgency now, Mr. Leader.
The $908 billion bill is held up on aid to state and local governments and business liability protections.
So, Debra, we are hearing that Congress is expected to pass a 1-week spending bill to fund the government past this Saturday. What can you tell us about that?
Well, we're running out of time here with so much to do before the holidays start. So the government is set to run out of money by Friday. So what they're going to do is really a stopgap measure. Like you said, they're going to put something forth that's going to get them through the week so that next week they can come in and look at an entire funding bill for the government and the coronavirus relief package. Now, there's a lot on the table. So a $908 billion bill is what a bipartisan group of lawmakers have put out there. Will it be approved? Will it not? It's kind of a compromise between what Democrats had wanted and Republicans had wanted. But there's a lot of little details, so many different things. Money to states and cities that's on the table right now, liability protections for businesses, for COVID-related lawsuits. These are like the little devil in the details that they're going to be looking at that some sides want and the other side doesn't. This is where it's all going to be this could be where it gets stuck. So we're looking to see what happens next week, but really this has to take place next week. If it doesn't, I can't imagine what's going to happen because they're going to leave for the holidays and nothing will have gotten done.
Yeah, and we know a lot of these support programs, they expire by the end of the year, some of them right after Christmas. Well, at least they'll keep the lights on for the government. Now, just for the rest of us. Debra Alfarone, thank you very much.